Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Wrestling Roundup. My name is GrimmChorizo, and this is the show where I give you this week's WWE news, rumors, and recap. So, let's get started. So obviously, last Sunday was the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Last week I talked about how I was so excited, it's my favorite pay-per-view, one of my favorite matches, I gave you my predictions, and yeah, here's the results. I'll give you some of my opinions later. On the pre-show match, the team of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd defeated Kofi Kingston and Big E. The Ascension defeated the New Age Outlaws. The Usos retained the WWE Tag Team Championship against The Miz and Damien Mizdow. The Bella Twins defeated Paige and Natalya. Brock Lesnar retained the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins and John Cena in a triple threat match. That match was just phenomenal. Seriously, I would give it a 5-star rating. All three of these guys looked amazing. Especially Rollins, but all three of them looked amazing. Hell of a match. Easily best match of the night. And then it was the Royal Rumble match, and Roman Reigns overcame the odds and won. Now we're going to talk about this match for a little bit. I know this is supposed to be more of a news show, but I'm going to give some of my opinions. For one, Roman Reigns winning. Yes, I'm disappointed. I feel like most everyone is disappointed, but that's not my main problem. During the match, Bryan came out as number 10, and he was eliminated in about 5 to 10 minutes by Bray Wyatt. Bryan, the most over superstar, the one who caused the outcry from the Royal Rumble last year after Batista won, was eliminated before the halfway point. So, what the hell? You bring this guy back from an injury, a big career-threatening injury. You have him enter the Royal Rumble, and for one, he doesn't win. Two, he gets eliminated like it's nothing. What the hell? That's one problem. Two, other fan favorites like Bray Wyatt, who dominated the match, getting 6 eliminations. Dolph Ziggler, who was number 30, and Dean Ambrose, who's obviously hugely over. They're thrown out by Big Show and Kane, 2 old, washed-up has-beens. You have these 3 guys who are the future, and they're eliminated like it's nothing. Dolph Ziggler was in the match for 2 minutes, and he was the sole survivor at Survivor Series. Such momentum into 30th entrant, 2 minutes, thrown out by Big Show and fucking Kane. So obviously, I'm disappointed. Reigns won, but it's the way he won. He got out Big Show and Kane, and then Rusev, who was apparently hiding on the outside. The crowd obviously was so pissed after Bryan was eliminated, and just crapped on the entire show. And when it came down to just Rusev and Reigns, the crowd was cheering, "Let's go Rusev." That's never been heard before. And Rusev is one of my personal favorites. So to hear that was phenomenal. But we all knew what was coming after Bryan was eliminated. That Reigns was winning the whole thing. And he did. The Rock even made a surprise return at the end. And the crowd popped a little bit, but then they went back to booing. It's saying something if you're getting booed when you're in the ring with The Rock. So it's not fully that I don't like Roman Reigns. I'm not a huge fan of him at all. And yes, I don't think he's ready for the WrestleMania main event. But it's just the way that it all went down. The Royal Rumble was booked terribly. Not the show, but the match. It just, no. However, there were some cool surprises that I will get into. There was Bubba Ray Dudley, who was my favorite surprise. There was also the Boogeyman, and there was Diamond Dallas Page. So there were some surprises, and the first half was not too bad. But then right when Bryan got eliminated, it all went downhill from there. That's my opinion, and I feel like that's the majority opinion, but if you think differently, let me know. So then the next night, Raw was canceled because of a blizzard. I also think that WWE just didn't want the crowd to completely shit on their Royal Rumble winner. But either way, Raw was canceled, but they still did it. It was just broadcast live from WWE headquarters. It was basically Michael Cole and shit talking about stuff. They re-showed the Royal Rumble match and the Triple Threat match, but I didn't really watch it, so I don't know. But they did do a live SmackDown on Thursday, and the main event was Bryan vs. Kane in a casket match. Bryan, thankfully, got the victory. Also, Triple H said that next Monday on Raw, he will be making an announcement regarding the controversy from the Royal Rumble, so we'll have to see what that is. Because of the huge fan outrage from the Royal Rumble match, the number one trend for 2 days following the match was hashtag cancel WWE Network, and thousands of people canceled their network subscriptions just to try and send a message to WWE that they fucked up. So the next pay-per-view is WWE Fastlane. And a few matches have been announced. One, it'll be John Cena versus Rusev. Rest in peace, Rusev. I could complain about that, but that's for a whole nother video. The Divas title will also be on the line to this pay-per-view. It'll be Nikki Bella defending against Paige. And also at the Fastlane pay-per-view, apparently Triple H is going to confront Sting face-to-face. Speaking of Triple H, it was announced that Triple H will be joining Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast this week after Raw. It'll be another live on the WWE Network like when Vince McMahon was on there. I would highly recommend watching it because if it's anything like the Vince one, it'll be very entertaining, whether for good or bad. But I think since Triple H is, a little bit more respected and has a better eye for the business, I believe, I'm very interested to watch that. Also some kind of big news, but completely overshadowed by all the Royal Rumble news, is that Justin Gabriel finally quit the WWE. Good for him, because he wasn't doing anything, and he's too good to not be doing anything. So hopefully he, does his own thing on the indies, joins Lucha Underground, TNA, goes to Ring of Honor. Whatever you do, man, I think you'll do great. So good for you. Also, the rumor going around, and I think it's more than a rumor now, I think it's basically set in stone, is that at WrestleMania, Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan appear to be having a match. They've been building it on Twitter, and now WWE is even hyping it up. So it looks like they picked it up, and they are going to do Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. We'll have to see if this plays out and how it plays out. Also, the rumor is that this will be the opening match of WrestleMania. So it'll be a great way to get the crowd, hyped up. But then it's going to go all downhill because your main event is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I like Brock Lesnar. He can do a good match, but only really when he's in with somebody who can also have a good match. Roman Reigns has had one singles pay-per-view match against Randy Orton at SummerSlam. It's an okay match, but one pay-per-view match. One. And his next one is going to be, probably at Fastlane. But other than that, the main event of WrestleMania fighting for the world title. There's so much wrong with this. But I'm not trying to be just a complaining, bitching wrestling fan. So, sorry this episode was a little bit opinionated, and I ranted a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come back next week. And, yeah, I'm excited to see what they do about this whole situation. I'm also excited to hear the fans shit on it. So, yeah, thanks for watching again. See you next week.